I got a few in mind. Ed, my producer. There you are, sir. Thank you. Let's talk Mama Mancini meatballs. And let's talk about the fact that since, I believe it was last Thursday or Friday, Wednesday, make that Wednesday, we have sold 9,000 sets of these meatballs. I just recently ordered some Mancini meatballs to keep in my freezer. Who knows, I may have those for my dinner tonight because these are smelling awfully good. This is Mama Mancini's 5 pounds of 3-cheese beef meatballs, and you get 2 extra pounds of sauce. Now, when we call these the 3-cheese, we're going to be talking with Dan Mancini, the grandson of Mama Mancini, in just moments. But we'll tell you that you're going to get 5 pounds of these meatballs. They are beef meatballs. They utilize 3 different cheeses in here, which is just dynamic. And then you get 2 1-pound packages of the Mama Mancini sauce. The overwhelming feedback we get from our foodies is that they love the meatballs, they want more sauce. When all of this arrives to you, the meatballs are fully cooked and they're frozen. You take them and you let them thaw and then warm them up, and you're ready to roll with something fantastic. And while they're warming, you boil yourself some pasta, or you warm some rolls to make sub sandwiches, whatever you might be doing, and you've got something fantastic and something truly authentic. Joining us now live via telephone is Dan Mancini. Dan is the owner of Mama Mancini's. He is also the grandson of Mama Mancini, who brought him this recipe. Here's a quick picture of the two of them when Dan was wee small. And from what we understand, Dan, this is the only known picture of you and your grandmother?
This is it. Yes, David. This is the one photo that we have, and that was taken very long time ago in the backyard in Brooklyn. My grandmother came here from Italy in 1921, and she brought with her all her recipes, and the one you see here today is the most special of all of them.
So talk to us about why this one is so special. I'm going to guess it has something to do with those 3 cheeses. Hey, before we get there, I'm told I've got to get an update. Now, I have 3 ship week opportunities today. I have April 27th, May 11th, or May the 18th. If you want April 27th, I have fewer than 200. Do not wait there. Good to go around on May 11th and May 18th with no auto delivery on this, so you may want to stock up. So, Dan, talk to us. What makes this the most special one you sell? I'm guessing it's those 3 cheeses.
Yes, it's the 3 cheeses. So my grandmother would always use her Romano cheese in the meatballs that we would use on every Sunday. Then on special occasions like holidays and birthdays, she would add the Romano cheese. Then she would add the Asiago cheese and your favorite cheese, the Parmesan Reggiano cheese.
Oh, yes.
And David, I have to say, I thank you so much for, doing this. I was asked by the buyers a couple of weeks ago to come with something super special for all of us because, running into the supermarket these days, you're waiting on lines, you're getting in just to be disappointed that you can't find the proteins or even the frozen foods that you want to bring home. So, giving us the ability to have this shipped directly to the QVC families is just incredible, and we thank you for that opportunity.
Oh, well, we're thrilled, and we should thank you, Dan, for making this available, because what you're doing is you're creating meals for people all over this country who have suddenly found themselves in the last 4 to 5 weeks thrust into the job of chief cook and bottle washer, making 3 meals a day in all likelihood. And if you're looking at the stove and thinking, if I have to make one more meal from scratch, my head's going to spin off, right? So wouldn't it be great to go to the freezer and pull these are looking and smelling so good. Dan, I've got a whole box of these in my freezer at home. And when I get home tonight, I'm going to make this for my dinner. I've already decided. 90.
Look at those ingredients in there. When you cut that open, you see all the cheeses. You see the pecorino, the Asiago, you see the Parmesan, you see the parsley, the garlic, the onions, a little bit of breadcrumb. And David, the sauce that you said at the start of this that everyone loves is simply whole plum tomatoes, olive oil, onion, garlic, and a bay leaf. And this offer is so special because what we decided to do was, because we're all home, you're getting 5 separate pouches, David, that each have 6 meatballs and sauce in it. So you're getting 30 meatballs in total. And then we're including those 2 extra pouches, 1 pound each of sauce for that night when you just want to make a pasta.
Exactly. Now, these smaller bags, you said there are 4 meatballs each?
6 in each.
6, I beg your pardon. So
6.
Each little pouch here has 6 meatballs. You get 4 of those, and then you get 2 1-pound pouches of the sauce. Now, this will all be frozen.
No, you actually get 5.
What
I say? There should be one other up on there. They left one off, David.
Oh, there should be 5 of the meatballs.
Yes, 5 pouches of the meatballs, 30 meatballs in all, and 2 pouches of
Okay,
that
so we're
sauce,
missing
you're
one
right.
pouch of meatballs. Thank you for that, Dan.
Yes. You're welcome.
10,000 of these are now gone since Wednesday. We have just sold out of April 27th ship week. We have May the 11th and May the 18th. I know for a lot of you, and I'm finding this in my own freezer, I'm needing to eat down some of the food in my freezer because in the first few weeks, I kind of stocked my freezer full, and now it's full to the gills. So it's nice that we've got these
Yes,
future
David.
ship weeks, Dan, because now we can eat down some of the food that's in our freezer and make room for more goodies that'll be coming in May.
Well, that's exactly why we did those 2 additional deliveries. Just what you pointed out, David. Our freezers are full, and this is a good way to plan, as you said. So, we ship out that 11th, and you're going to get it 2 days later. You'll be able to put that in your freezer. And then if you, want to go ahead and get the 18th delivery, a couple weeks later, you're going to get more of these.
Oh, my goodness. And is there anything better than a great big tender all beef meatball and then your favorite pasta? And then, I don't know, all this extra sauce. And then, oh, my goodness. And some of that really thick Texas toast, garlic toast. You know, the kind I'm talking about that you buy in the freezer section?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good and so full of butter and garlic and calories. Yum, my favorite. And then make yourself a green salad, a pitcher of iced tea. Well, tonight is my Friday night, so maybe I'll have a cocktail. Don't know, not driving. Don't judge. All right. But you know what? That's what makes this great.
Food.
Yeah, this is the ultimate comfort food and the kind of food that I think that so many people are going to love. You know, Dan, prior to our current situation, there were meatball shops opening around the country, right? Folks were going in and just feasting on meatballs as an appetizer, as a tapas. You know, this kind of thing is not just for mealtime, it's also for snack time, hors d'oeuvres. There will come a time, we're hoping sooner rather than later, when we are entertaining again. And we're having friends and family over. But in the meantime, treat your family that you are spending the time with now to really fantastic meals and save yourself the hassle of having to cook something from scratch every single meal.
Sure.
Because,
and also, waiting online to get into that supermarket, like we were saying, to not find anything that you're looking for. And if you were thinking of making your own meatballs, you'd have to collect all those separate ingredients in the supermarket.
And good luck finding those.
Frozen. Yeah, and it's ready to go. They're fully cooked. We make these in our facility, so it's safe. We don't give this out to someone else. And again, as you said earlier, it's my grandmother's recipe, real authentic ingredients. You get the 3 cheeses in that beef meatball. You get the Romano cheese, the Asiago, and David's favorite cheese, the king of all cheeses, the Parmesan Reggiano. And then the beef we source, very importantly, only from the United States. That's where we receive our beef from. And then we add those cheeses. You add some parsley, some onions, some garlic, a little bit of breadcrumb, David, and then that sauce that is just absolutely delicious. We marry it with the sauce, and then we're also including the 2 extra pounds of the sauce.
Well, and Dan, I went to the grocery store the other night to be greeted by signs that say line forms here. They're only allowing a certain number of people into the market at a time, and they're standing outside with a counter, a clicker. And they're only allowing certain numbers. And as people leave, they let more people in. But it's not just, let me drop by the market and pick up a few things. So if we can ship finished meals to you, finished meatballs, these are all fully cooked. That means you're going to be spending less time in the supermarket buying all the ingredients it would take to do this. And who knows if you'll find all those ingredients. Just last week, I went down the aisles to buy some flour. There wasn't a bag left in the store. So this is what it's all about. Having an opportunity to have meals in your freezer that are ready to rock and roll. 12,000 of these are now gone, and that's half the quantity we brought in. Dan made these available just for all of us to enjoy at a great sale price, great easy pay, of course, free shipping and handling. But this is something very, very special. Now, Dan, what is the ounce size on these meatballs?
These are a little bit over 1 ounce each.
A little over 1 ounce?
You're getting 30 of them. Yeah, so you're getting the 5 pouches, and then you're with sauce in those pouches and the meatballs, and you're getting the 2 extra pouches. And, David, I have to tell you, we have never, in the 5 years I'm coming up, done anything at this price point. This is really special for everyone out there who needs food in their home now, like all of us do.
Well, absolutely true. And I'll tell you, these look so good, and look how juicy they are. I can't wait. I've got some in my freezer. I'll get home. I'll put them into a bowl of cold water, as you have instructed me to do many times, because I didn't decide this morning before I left from home what I'd have for dinner. So what I'll do is I'll put them in a bowl of cool water, and then I'll warm them up on the stove.
You know, I'm usually there with you. I'm ready to go down and have some too.
Well, that sounds perfect. Dan, we want to thank you not just for all the great food you bring in all the time, but particularly making this available now at a time when we could really use it, and we appreciate you so much.
I thank you, and I thank QVC for the opportunity to do this, and please stay safe, everybody.
Well, be watching my Instagram and Facebook tonight. I'll post a picture of my Meet the Balls. Okay, I think we lost him. Okay, hopefully he heard me. In the meantime, Mary is going to talk about the first White House barbecue. Now, Mary, I don't